Hey everyone, welcome to the shows. Last month, you guys will recall, I shared that 56-year-old Ohio resident and attorney James Saunders had been arrested and convicted for voter fraud. Saunders has been found to have cast ballots in two different states, both in Ohio and in Florida. And in Ohio, he's listed as no party preference voter, but in Florida, he's registered as a Republican. And he's donated to Donald Trump multiple times in the past. He's also donated to the Republican Party. Well, Saunders cast multiple ballots numerous times, including in the 2020 presidential election, the 2022 midterms, and then also back in the 2014 and 2016 general elections. As I mentioned before, the 2014 and 2016 crimes were too old to prosecute at this point, but for the most recent crimes, he was convicted on 2 counts of felony voter fraud. And he's now been sentenced to prison for 3 years. Now, surprisingly, Judge Andrew Santoli gave him the maximum prison term allowed. Then the judge also ordered Saunders to pay a $10,000 fine, which is the maximum financial penalty as well under Ohio law. So this is a little more in line with what these sentences should look like. We all know, I've reported on so many of them that are given slaps on the wrist and probation only, sentences for Republicans who intentionally voted twice to try to help Trump win, like all those cases down in Florida in the villages. And as you guys have pointed out too, this stands in stark contrast, these slaps on the wrist, to cases like Crystal Mason. That's the Black woman down in Texas who was convicted and sentenced to 5 years in prison for casting a provisional ballot. She didn't even know she wasn't allowed to do it. She was on probation for a tax crime. And, she was told that she could cast a ballot. And I wanted to share with all of you, I did look up her case, and she is still fighting that conviction, by the way. In May of this year, a judge ruled that the state would have to prove that Mason knew that her actions were illegal when she cast the ballot in order to uphold that conviction. So he didn't overturn the ruling. What he did was he sent the case back to a lower court, and he told them to review the case and the evidence again based on his ruling, based on the fact that you have to look at it through the lens of, did she know when she cast this provisional ballot she was committing a crime, she was doing something wrong? I think there's a good chance this conviction is going to be overturned because the poll worker told her that, yes, you can cast your ballot. So she told the poll worker, I am on parole, or I'm, out on probation. Can I do this? And the poll worker said yes. So if the poll worker didn't even know and didn't even understand the rules, then how is Mason supposed to know? So anyway, I will let you all know when I hear more of all this voter fraud hypocrisy being committed by the right and then blamed on the left. Should be interesting as we go forward. I know there's more cases coming, so I will let you know. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you possibly can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.